you have this like kingly aura about you, right? Where it's like, there's a quote that goes, the king goes and order follows, right? It's like wherever the king goes, order follows. And it's like in the gym, why are you noticing me? Like, I've never in my life seen someone working out and I'm thinking in my head their form is off. You know what I mean? Like, I've never been like, it's just I'm very anal in the gym, right? I'm a very anal person in the gym because I know what to do for me, right? Like, for me, I've gotten results, so it's like I can confidently say that. And to me, seeing somebody just being lazy in the gym, just walking around or just not knowing what to do, just like hovering around, it's like, for me, it's like, damn, bro, there's like so many, because to me, everyone in the gym, there's like too much. Like yesterday, bro, and we are live, or at least I am live. I'm your host, Nick Torius. Welcome to Torius at Night. What are we gonna talk about today, guys? I have like a whole like list plans. Actually, I'm gonna start off this podcast. I actually have a crazy story to say, right? I said last time on the last podcast, if you guys watched it, that I would start this podcast just discussing like shows that I watch in the week, right? Because I watch a lot of TV. I wouldn't say TV, right? I say like Netflix. No, I'm just kidding. I watch like every streaming platform. But I didn't really watch anything this week, right? This week I've been like super productive, and I've just been like really going in on a lot of projects, especially like, I don't know what it is about like starting this podcast. It made me like really, I don't know, just like really like clear and like have a lot of clarity, I guess, right? Last podcast was fun because I had just watched Nobody Wants This on Netflix, and you know, I was like, you know, this is something I could talk about. But I'm actually doing it different this week, because this week I'm watching Nobody Wants This after I do the podcast. So it's like, I wanted to talk about it, but I'll just talk about it next week, I guess. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even remember what happened on the last week's episode, because I don't really like pay attention to it. I just have it like on in the background. So anyways, yeah, so this is my new podcast, Nick Torius at Night, episode 2, and I want to do, what I want to do for this podcast is have I want to have theme, right? A theme for this podcast, because I don't want it to be just like, oh, let me just talk about what's going on in my life, right? Because it's like, you know, who like, do you guys really care about that? You know, I want to like help you guys out, be like more your best self, right? Like consider me like a coach. I just imagine like a drill sergeant, just like whatever like a drill sergeant would say. The thing is like, I had created the list, but I didn't know what the name was for it, right? So it's like, I was thinking about like, so basically the list is a 10 laws of the 10 laws of productive explosion, right? We're gonna be doing the 10 laws of productive explosion. We're just gonna be like counting down, like every episode I'm just gonna be counting down on different topics of like, I'm just gonna consider, because since the last one was the first, like, you know, I'm just like getting my bearings on this, right? I'm just like gonna keep increasing the quality, increasing making it consistent. And it's so funny because like what I was thinking about, like what topics I was thinking about for this week's episode, because I don't want to like talk bad about anybody, you know, like I feel like everyone does the best that they can, right? And it's like some things have frustrated me in the past, but you know, all you can really do is just move forward. So it's like, you know, as much as I really want to talk about it, I'll probably talk bad about it on my like other channel, on my Nick Torius channel or my King Torius channel, and that's where I really get into like the nitty gritty of like everything, right? Like the details, but whatever. Yeah, consistency, right? It's important to be consistent, even when okay. I just thought of the structure, right? I just thought of the structure of the podcast, so like bear with me. All right, so look, here's I'm gonna go over a list of like things that we're going to talk about from the next episodes, right? So this episode is going to be productivity and organization, right? So I'm going to just like focus on like being productive and being organized. And I just had a thought of like, okay, I forgot to see how long this is, because I don't have like a timer anymore, but it's like about to be like immediately 11, right? Let's talk about how like my word is very powerful, and how like not just my word, but like the word is so powerful, right? Because it's like yesterday I posted a story on my Instagram. Hold on, real quick. Yesterday I posted a story on my TikTok, on my Instagram, and it was a screenshot I had from like a while ago, and it was like me asking, I forgot who it was, but I was asking someone to be on my podcast, and they were like, I was like, hey, we're shooting a podcast tomorrow at 10 p.m. and they're like, oh cool, what time? Yeah, it's like I just said it, but then it's like I put the caption like, instead of just like blowing someone up and like blowing someone's spot, I used it as like something productive, where I was like, you know, like I could be frustrated by this response, right? But then instead I just like screenshot and use it as like advertisement. I was like, if you want to be on my podcast, I shoot it every Wednesday at 10 p.m. And today's 10 p.m. on Wednesday, right? It's like I could have shot like I said earlier, I was about to because I have like a ritual that I do where it's like I watch TV as a ritual, right? Like TV to me is like a ritual, just because I don't watch TV that often. Like paying attention to the TV. I don't really pay attention to TV that often, and you know, today I was gonna like watch like shows like Nobody Wants This and all that stuff, and then I was gonna podcast. But then like last week when I was podcasting, I you know, it's called Nick Torius at Night, and I shot my first episode last week, and the sun was up. So it's like I was like, you know, is that really congruent? Because it's like if it's Nick Torius at night, and it's like, why is the sun up? my body's like determining like, do I want to sneeze or not? Like I don't know why the sneeze was just not coming out. My bad, guys. But yeah, the sun was up, and I was like, you know, it's called Nick Torius at Night. I can't really call it that if the sun is up, because it was like 5 a.m, but it is daylight savings time, so it's like it gets bright really early. So it's like the sun was up, and it wasn't nighttime anymore. But I still shot it. I was like, whatever, bro. I forgot what I was talking about. But yeah, because I had watched the shows and then I shot the podcast. Today I was like, you know, I'm gonna shoot the podcast and then do the show, because I was originally gonna do the show and then I was originally gonna watch TV and then do the show. But then I was like, you know what? Let me just like, because I was like working on my computer, and I was like, you know what? Let me do the show first and then I'll do it. And then I was like, you know what, let me finish at 10 p.m. Once it's 10 p.m, I'm gonna start the show, right? And then it's crazy because it's like literally at 10 p.m. I started, and then like while I was like setting up and stuff, I had a thought. I was like, oh, it's funny because I said that every Wednesday at 10 p.m. is when we shoot, and it's like Wednesday at 10 p.m. and I'm shooting, and it's like it was just a coincidence, right? But it's like I had posted that yesterday, which is like funny because it's like it just came true, you know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it any other way. Hold on. So yeah, I'm gonna try to stay focused, right? Cause I'm just like amazed, cause like like where I stay is like such a vibe, and it's like I'm just like vibing right now, because it's usually not like this, right? Like I thought I was like, because I shoot videos every day, and it's like I thought, oh, this is just gonna be me shooting a video every day, but it's like a vibe, honestly, like how I have it set up. I don't know, whatever. So yeah, since I didn't watch really any new shows, I mean, I've been watching Younger, right? The show Younger with like Lizzie McGuire. I forgot Hilary Duff, right? Like that show, like I just been having that show on. I like it because he's like a tattoo artist, right? And it's like that's the only show that I've watched that has like a tattoo artist on it. And I've never even seen a tattoo. I don't know, but they don't really like talk about like tattooing, you know? It's like, oh, that's just his job, but it's like she works at a magazine, and it's like, or like she works at like a book publishing place, and it's like that's the whole entire show revolves around her working at a book publishing place. But then he's a tattoo artist, and it's like they don't talk about that at all. And it's like, it's funny because I mean, I'm a tattoo artist and I relate to that, so it's like, oh, you know, all I hear is, oh, they talk about him being a tattoo artist a lot, but then they don't have anything to like really, I don't know. I guess it's because tattoo artists don't like how they are portrayed in media, right? Like if you go to like any tattoo artist shop and then you like ask them about Ink Master or something, they'll talk about how it's crap and it's like da da da, right? And it's like I believe that at first, but then, you know, I know the truth. It's like, you know, it's hating. Anyways, so yeah. Let me get into, yeah, I didn't watch any really shows this week, but I'm gonna get into something that happened last week, right? So something crazy that happened. If you watch Going Deep, I've shot about like 20 episodes, possibly more, right? I think I shot more episodes than that, because we started like 13 and it's like we ended at 50, so that's about it's almost 30 something, right? We shot a lot of episodes, actually. That's like 30 episodes. Because it's like, when I first started, I remember getting up to like episode 11. I was like, oh, we got so much content. But then it's like, then I got to like, you know, I stopped having friends, right? Basically, like I stopped hanging out with my friends. And then I took a pause because I was just like doing tattoos and I was really like paying attention to the podcast that much. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to start doing it again. And it's like, I had to like find new friends. So it's like, and it's funny because we became like real good friends, like me and my old co-host. And we were shooting a lot of episodes. I'm not gonna say his name because I want you guys to go watch the podcast, right? Go watch the episodes. But you know, we shot a lot of episodes, and I was like, you know, I'm just gonna say it's funny, like when I think about it, right? Because it goes into like the topic of today, which is productivity, right? And consistency and organization. And it's funny because my friend, or my podcast, my co-host, he said, you know, you say like, oh, let's shoot the podcast every Wednesday to be consistent, but it's like, shouldn't you be like dropping it every Wednesday to be consistent? And it's like, to me, I mean, at the time, like he didn't really get it. Maybe he did, I don't know, but he didn't really get it, right? But it's like, for me, it's like I just thought about it right now when I was like setting up. And I was thinking, you know what, I realized why that bothered me when he would say that, because it's like, because you know, how can I be, all right, so look, how can I be consistent dropping a podcast, right, when it's like some days I'll be hearing someone say like, oh, I can't make it, or you know, this and that. So it's like, what sense does that make to be like, oh, every Wednesday I drop a podcast, right? And it's like, you can't control when you drop the podcast, right? So it's like, I mean, I'm not like making no one sign contracts or nothing, right? Like how TV does. That would make more sense. But if I'm dropping a podcast every Wednesday, and it's like that means that I have to rely on people, right? And it's like, I can't really rely on anyone. So it's easier to rely on someone like, hey, to shoot the podcast, let's create the content, and then instead of like dropping it and because it's like, you know, because if I don't drop it, then that means that it's a lie, you know what I mean? It's like lying. It's like, oh, I drop a podcast every Wednesday. Or like every Wednesday I drop, right? I do that now with my music. Like every Sunday I drop a song, and I'm like, oh, it's Sunday, so let me drop a song, right? Because it's like I'm not relying on anyone. So it's like I can't, like if I want, I can just record a song on Sunday and then drop it on Sunday, right? I mean, that'll take like all day, but it's like I can do it and I can rely on myself. Anyways, whatever. I don't care. What I realized when while I was setting up and thinking about like when he said why don't we drop every Wednesday instead of shoot every Wednesday, right? And it like pinged in my head. It's like, oh, okay, that makes sense, because he's like worried about the result and I'm worried about like that's the same thing as him saying like, oh, why don't I get muscle? Yeah, it's like, why don't I get muscle? And then it's like me, oh, why don't you go to the gym? It's like you go to the gym and then you get the muscle. You don't get the muscle and then you go to the gym. You know, but like, oh, I woke up with muscles, let me go to the gym. You know what I mean? Some things work that way. Like if you get like a lot of money, a lot of times you'll be like, damn, I gotta sustain this. So it's like then it makes you like be that person who can maintain that money. But if you're just, I mean, most people don't operate that way. Most people you have to like put in the work, because it's like it takes responsibility, you know. Anyways, whatever, who cares? So funny story, right? I was on the treadmill and I was thinking about because I have like a trip to like Los Angeles, like brewing in my head, right? And I was thinking, you know, I want to go to LA this year, right? And I was thinking about the trip and stuff. And the last time I went to LA, I was with my co-host, right? And it's funny because I was thinking like, because it was the day after I shot the first episode, right? It was last Thursday, and I'm at the gym, right? And I go to the gym like every day at the same time, and it was like mad late, right? A time where it's like no one's like really there. Like I was like the only one in the gym, you know. And he was I was the only one in the gym, and I was and he, my friend that I went to LA with, he was you know, that's how we got like really close. And I was thinking in my head, for whatever reason, I was thinking like, oh, maybe I should invite him, right? Like we don't even talk, and I was thinking, oh, maybe I should invite him, right? Because he went with me last time, and it's like, why the fuck not, you know? Or like, why not? And what's so crazy is that like literally right after I had that thought, I look behind me and I see this guy just walking behind me, bro. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, what the heck kind of coincidence is that, right? Because I go to the gym all the time around the same time, every single day, bro. And I never see this man ever. And it's like the day after I shoot the first episode of my new podcast, it's like he shows up, right? And it's like the next day, while I'm thinking about asking him to go to like LA with me, right? And I'm like looking at him and I'm just like, yo, what the heck? I'm like dead ass staring him down, right? And he's like ignoring me. And I'm like he told me that he didn't know who I was, but it's like, bro, I told him like, bro, you don't know what I look like? And it was funny because it's like, I mean, obviously it's funny because why? You know, like, why did that happen? Like, I had just shot the first episode of the podcast, and then the next day I see him, right? And it's like those synchronicities, and it just like kind of frustrates me, right? I like, it's not that it frustrates me, it just makes me feel like I'm going in a circle, you know what I mean? And it's like so I don't want to go in a circle. I want to go up, you know what I mean? Like I want to move up. I'm not necessarily like trying to yeah. So I guess I'm just not gonna dwell on it. Anyways, so what we're talking about today on this podcast is productivity and organization, right? Let me see what time is it. So I got like 15 minutes because I don't want to make it too long. You know, one thing I realized about being productive and being organized is that it's all about like aura, right? Like you hear a lot of people talking about aura these days, and yeah, the first law of productive explosion, right? Because I like listening to things that help me be more productive. Like I can like I see like a lot of times I'm cleaning my house and I'm like, oh, like I come up with new organization methods just because I'm like listening to someone like talking about like having a planner and like having calendars and all that stuff, right? And it's like, for me, I've tried that stuff. Like I've tried having calendars, I've tried planning, and it's like the hardest part about it is the execution, right? Because I feel like instead of making a calendar where it's like, okay, I do this, or like having a planner where it's like I do this every day. That's why I like digital planners. But it's like I don't use planners because it's like you have to put in your planner to look at your planner. You know what I mean? It's like those things that you kind of forget. You gotta kind of like remember to do those. Because I'll make a planner and I'll spend like the whole day and I'll just be like so hyped. I'll be like, yo, I made this planner. I have like every single second, even like going to the bathroom. Even going to the bathroom, I'll have planned, right? I'm just kidding. I did it. But you get the point, right? And it's like, it makes you feel like you are productive, right? It makes you feel like you are productive because you have your whole entire plan. You have your whole calendar like set up, you know? But then it's like, if you don't execute it, it's like, what was the point, you know? Because I did a calendar one time and I didn't do anything on there, right? And I make calendars all the time, bro. And it's like, I never really like do anything on them because it's like, I have my habits and that's why it's better, instead of like planning, like you don't plan, you guide, right? I feel like instead of a planner, you should call it a guider, right? I don't know, because if you have a guide, it has like less restrictions, right? It's like if you follow your word instead of saying like I will do this, like if you say I will do something, it creates like a huge burden on you. But if you say like I ought to or I can do this, then it's like, if you don't do it, it's not that big of a deal. Where it's like, if you say like I will do this, then it's like, fuck, you know, you like detriment yourself. So it's like, whatever. I feel like planner, like I want to start using more planners. I mean, I know that's it goes back into like what I was saying about aura, right? It's like, I feel like your aura comes like from what you do, like those little things, right? Like me saying to my friend, to my co-host, right? I'm saying to him like, oh, let's shoot the podcast once a week, and he says to me, why don't we drop a podcast, right? But it's like, that's like having the aura without creating the aura, right? Because it's like, if you shoot the podcast, because I was looking back at the old podcast and I was thinking like, the only reason why I was even able to drop podcasts in the first place was because we shot consistently every single week. Like every single week we drop, like I don't know, bro. It just like irritates me because it's like because I'm the one that's seeing progress, right? It's so funny, bro. It's like that dynamics between like, I was gonna say men and women, but it's like just the leader and the follower, right? And it's like, I feel like there's a reason why people are followers, right? Because as a follower, all you gotta do is show up, and they can't even do that, bro. like you can't even, they can't even do that. It's like going to the gym, right? All you have to do, like, the gym is the leader, you know what I mean? Gym is like, you just follow the gym, right? And you just go to, like, you don't even need to know what you're doing in the gym. But if you go to the gym every single day, there's no reason why you wouldn't be like fit, you know? Obviously if you're like eating healthy, like in a way that's gonna make you like fit. But if you're going to the gym every single day, you are guaranteed to at least look better than most people, you know what I mean? Like for me, I don't do shit in the gym. That's not really necessarily true, because it's like just being in the environment, it's like the aura, right? It's like just being in the environment, you just pick up what to do. It's so funny, right? Because I hate it's not that I hate it, but it's like I find it corny, right? When guys go up to girls and be like, oh no, you have to do it like this, your form is wrong. Like, it's so crazy to me because when I'm in the gym, I'm the only person there, right? Physically and mentally, right? Because it's like the gym could be packed, but then I see it as I'm the only person there, right? Like it's my house. You know what I mean? It's like, to me, I'm in the gym, and then it's like the only people there are the person who's like using the machine that I need, or in a spot that I need to be at, right? Like, I don't see anyone else in the gym. Like, I'm just focused on myself. So I forgot what I was talking about. I don't focus on anyone else. So it's like, for someone to be like, yo, your form is wrong, right? It's so it's just a crazy concept to me, because I'm just thinking in my head, like, why do you even see me? You know what I mean? Like, why are you looking at me? Because for me, at least, I don't care about form. I don't care about technique or what, all that stuff, right? I don't care about how I look in the gym. Damn, bro. Now I'm thinking, like, should I go to the gym right now? Because it's like getting kind of late, right? And I don't want to, like, I don't know, bro. Fuck. Anyways, like, I forgot what I was talking about. Like, in the gym, why are you noticing me? Like, I've never in my life seen someone working out and I'm thinking in my head, their form is off. You know what I mean? Like, I've never been, like, it's just, I'm very anal in the gym, right? I'm a very anal person in the gym, because I know what to do for me, right? Like, for me, I've gotten results, so it's, I can confidently say that. And to me, seeing somebody just being lazy in the gym, just walking around, or just not knowing what to do, just like hovering around, it's like, for me, it's like, damn, bro, there's like so many, because to me, everyone in the gym, there's like too much. Like yesterday, bro, I don't know, whatever, to me, I just see everyone as like a combat opponent, you know what I mean? Like, everyone, like, anyone can get it, right? And it's like, to me, it's like just constant danger, right? I'm just like, it's like hypervigilance. It's like there's always a threat. Like, there's no such thing as like, there's no such thing as there not being a threat, especially in the gym, right? I don't want to go too deep into this, but there's just always a constant threat, right? And it's because I'm aggressive, so I just treat it in that way. I forgot what I was talking about. It's like thinking about my aggressiveness is like eating at my brain. Anyways, what was I talking about? Yeah, like, it's just not a concept that I can comprehend, to think about somebody being in the gym and not knowing what to do, right? It's funny because like I was saying this in a video I made the other day. I have like phantom limb syndrome with my stomach, right? Where when I was bigger, not bigger, but like when I was when I had more fat, I don't know, it's like I felt normal, right? And then I lost a bunch of weight, and now I feel normal, right? And it's like, to me, that it's like, oh, something was there before. I've never heard a single person talk about like, oh yeah, I lost a bunch of weight, and then I have phantom limb, right? But it's like I don't know why no one ever talks about that. I've never heard anyone talk about it, right? Where it's like, I have phantom limb from my stomach, because there was a point where I had a big stomach. Now it's not big, but it feels like something's missing, right? It's like there's something in my stomach that's not there anymore, and I don't Like it's just like yo, it's like sometimes you wake up and you're just like, yo, something was there but it's not there anymore, because it's like your reality, it's like crazy because your reality is whatever is like homeostasis, right? It's like whatever. Damn, bro, like how long? I didn't even get into anything. Your reality is homeostasis, and whatever is normal is normal. So it's like when you just wake up and you lost like 100 pounds and you're just like, everything is regular, I'm fat as fuck and I have so much weight to lose, but then you didn't realize I just lost all this weight, and it's like you didn't do anything, right? It's like accomplishing a bunch of shit and you're like, I ain't shit, bro. You know what I mean? But it's like that phantom limb of I don't have this body part anymore, like a fat stomach. Anyways, whatever. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah. It's not a concept for me to be like hovering around the gym. I mean, I tried to understand, right? I tried to understand the other day because I've been lifting heavier, right? Now, because normally I just lift baby weights. Like I was saying, like I said earlier, like I don't do shit in the gym. I do work out in the gym, but I just do heavy because I'm not trying to be there, right? Like that long. I'm like, okay, I'll be here like 10 minutes, right? Obviously I'm there longer, but it's like if I say in my head, okay, I'm gonna be here for 10 minutes, then I just do a bunch of little baby weights, like, oh, I just do like 10 pounds, right? I still do 10 pounds, right? Like I'll do a workout and do 10 pounds, and it's like 1, 2, 3, because it's like you can't go to the gym every single day and lift 200 pounds, bro. It's like you're not gonna want to go. Like I do 50 minutes on the Stairmaster, right? Or like almost an hour on the Stairmaster. And it at first it was like, oh, let me see if I can do an hour, right? And then one of my homeboys that I used to be friends with, he said, damn, bro, you do an hour on that? And he made it seem like it was impressive. So I was like, oh, I mean, I guess most people don't do an hour, because there was a point where I could only do 5 minutes, right? I could only do 5 minutes on the Stairmaster, and I was like, that's a lot, right? And not even that fast, like going at like 4, and I'm like dead, I'm like full of sweat, right? But now it's like I do 50, like I was doing 50 minutes. I only do 50 minutes because I would do more, but I can't take a picture of an hour because then it goes to 0, and it's like I'm like, damn, bro, I just did an hour and now it says 0 on the thing, so it's like I can't take a picture and put it on Instagram. So because it's gonna look like I did 0 minutes. So I just do 50 because it's like, you know, that's more than enough, but also I can take a picture of it. So you know, I started off doing like 30, like I started off just doing like 5 minutes, right? I was like, I'm just gonna do 5 minutes on the Stairmaster, and then like one day I just did like, you know, I'll do 10. I have time. I'll do 10 minutes. Then it's like 15. Then it's like 20, and then 30, and then it's 45, and it's like, you know, let me see if I can do an hour today because I have time. And it's like when you have like, you know, like sometimes you're just gonna have time to like step your shit up in the gym. So it's like it's better to just go every single day and eat shit than it is, because I can say that because I look better than like most guys, right? And obviously there's guys that are like shredded and they look better than me, and they're like killing it in the gym. They're going lifting 200 pounds a day, right? It's like, okay, that's dumb. Yeah, they're doing the right thing, but you know, I'm doing what works for me. That's really what matters. It's like I feel healthy, I feel good, I can wake up out of bed, I can get things done, right? Like the old me wouldn't have wanted to step. The old me would have been in bed right now watching Fullmetal Alchemist, right? Because I'll be like, oh, you know, I'm tired or whatever. I'm too tired to like even do anything all day. But it's like, you know, I go to the gym every single day. It's like I was thinking, an object in motion stays in motion, right? And it's like when that's one thing, because when I was transitioning from like working on the computer earlier today, I was just you know, I was like working on the computer, I'm sitting down, it's like, yeah, my brain is moving, my fingers are moving, but my body isn't moving. Even right now, bro, it's like I'm sitting down, so it's like the most easiest transition is to just be in bed, right? But if I want to go to the gym, then it's like, oh, okay, I have to like go to the gym. I mean, not go to the gym. I'll have to like move, right? I'll have to like do things. I'll have to like walk around first, like warm up, and then go to the gym, because it's like you got to be in motion first, then you're gonna stay in motion, right? Anyways, it's just like the law of attraction or like momentum, right? I forgot what I was talking about. I'm trying to get back to it. It's like aura, right? I was talking about aura, and it's like when you have Auraginization. I think that would be a good title for this. An Auraginization. So stupid. Anyways, yeah, when you have Auraginization, it's like, the way I see it is just like anywhere you go, it's just like you have a cloud around you, right? And it's like the cloud around you just creates order, right? And it's like you can either have a cloud of chaos or a cloud of order, right? And here, random thought, I didn't put a pop filter on my microphone, and I could have, right? I was like kind of like lazy about it. I was like, I could put a pop filter on it, but I kind of like right, I like that sound, because even though it's like not professional or whatever, I like that sound because it reminds me of a real podcast. Right? Not like a real podcast, but it's like if I was like talking to my friends and stuff, and it's like, oh, okay, I'm talking in the microphone and I have like a podcast. You can see how excited I get, because I don't know what it is about like not using a pop filter. I don't know. Anyways, you have this like kingly aura about you, right? Where it's like, there's a quote that goes, the king goes and order follows, right? It's like wherever the king goes, order follows. And it's like, you can basically just call yours, like I call myself King Torius, right? Because why not, right? And it's like, once I started calling myself that, I was like, oh, okay, you know what? I understand what it is to have a king, right? It's like, let's look at like the show Avatar: The Last Airbender, right? I don't know. I'm feeling a lot of love, right? There's like so much love right now. Anyways, whatever. Let's look at Avatar: The Last Airbender, right? And it's like crazy because you look at like the outer ring, and it's like full of like dirty people, right? Poor people and dirty people and all this stuff, right? And then the middle ring is like more cleaner, upper class people, and it's like the palace. It's like clean, there's order, right? The king is there in the palace, right? And it's like, oh. And what was the first thing that they ever talked, like the first time they ever talked about like bossing say, they were like, if there's no rules, then there's no order, right? And it's so crazy, bro. It's like, yeah. Anyways, like there's like a tornado of like chaos in my head, and it's like so funny because it's like I'm talking about order, and it's like, I don't know, bro. Whatever. Anyways, and she's talking about order, right? And it's like, okay. She was like kind of foreshadowing, basically. It's like, look, this is how things are, right? Because if you think about it, right, it's like the Fire Nation is like all order, right? Because it's like fire, right? And it's like, because it's like, since it's so much like fire and heat and stuff, it's like a forge, right? It's like if you ever played like RuneScape, it's like smithing, where you turn like ore, like rocks and like raw material into like steel, right? So it's like steel. Oh my god, man, it's so crazy because it's like Avatar: The Last Airbender, right? Because he says steel, I said steel, and then it's like the Fire Nation steals land from like everyone else, right? Because it's like they turned into steel, because they literally steal everything, right? Because when you have steel, you can steal anything, right? Like the conquistadors, they stealed the land from the Indians. And they're like, oh, we steal you because we have, well, they had lead, right? But we have the steel guns and swords and all that stuff. And it's like the Indians, they had like wood, because they would do something, but they didn't have no steel. Anyways, whatever. So it's like the Fire Nation, it was like all order, right? That's why they had the Fire Lord, right? There was no king. It was like the Lord, because like his fire just like forged everything. It's like we have these steel, metal, monstrosities, right? How did they think about this stuff, right? I watched Avatar so many times, but it's like, how do they think about that stuff? I don't know. And it's like the Earth Kingdom, it's like Earth, it's like ground, it's like order, and it's like the Water Nation is just like poles, right? The North Pole, the South Pole, it's like liquid, like water, right? It's the polarity. And it's funny because it's like the South Pole had no leaders, right? And it was just like very nurturing. Like the South Pole is very nurturing. It's like there's like, it was like leaderless, right? Whereas like the North Pole had all the leaders. And it's like the air. I don't understand the air temple, right? They're like, oh, the air nation doesn't have any army, right? I don't get, and I think that's the point, right? I think that's the point of like the Air Nation, because it's like, or like the air temples, or the airbenders, right? Because it's like confusion, because it's like there's nothing there, so it's like I don't get it. Anyways, whatever, bro. I hope that my little analogy shed some light on the topic that I was explaining, right? Because I was just getting all this downloads, I guess, right? So Law 1 of productive explosion. I have to remember to put that sound because I don't have my roadcaster. I do, but it's like I just didn't use it. Anyways, so that's basically the show today. I feel like I talked about what I wanted to talk about. Not really. No, I did. I created a structure, right? Because there's really no structure to this, but it's like I just go as I go, right? And it's like, okay, it's important to start stuff, because it's like when you start, then you see the path, you know? The path isn't revealed to you until you start. So with that being said, I hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys become more productive. Check out the other podcasts that I have, 6 Feet Going Deep, so you can like have reference and see, you know, like interactions between like my old co-hosts and like, you know, guests and all that stuff. Like the video, comment below what you think, subscribe if you're new. Also subscribe to my King Torius channel. It's King Torius, spelled just like that. What else? But yeah, donate to my charity, A Hand on the Mountain. Link is in the description, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you guys for watching, and also comment stuff below. I don't know what to comment. I'm just kidding. I just tell people just like, oh, comment like, you know, whatever you learn. But it's like obviously you're gonna do that, but you know, leave comments, you know, for the algorithm, because we all want to be YouTube famous. So it's like, made me that too. All right, guys, catch you guys in the next one. Peace.